Okay, now help me let some people in. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara Melvin says she'd like to help out too. Thank you to my good friend down in South Florida doing big things. Okay, again, my name is Rod Farrell. I'm a managing director with this amazing platform, guys. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about something that's real, near, and dear to my heart. I'm going to start firstly by telling you a little story. I'm a finance manager in the automobile industry, although I'm a top producer in this amazing company that I call my passion and my purpose, right? I work 60 and 70 hours a week most times. About 8.5 years ago, my wife was still working in the school board, and her um, insurance provider contacted her and said, listen, your husband hadn't had a physical in about 8.5 years. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, put a two inside of the chat. Okay, let's keep going. All right. So I figured I hadn't had a physical in years, and they were going to cancel the policy unless I had one. Well, long story short, I went and got the physical, and I found out I had the C word, right? Cancer, right? Now, when you're faced with that particular situation, a lot of things go through your mind. You think about things you could have done, right, to be a better person. Things you could have done that you didn't do, right? And I remember talking to God, telling him if he gave me another chance, I would be a better kingdom person. I'd be a better husband. I'd be a better provider. I'd do something for somebody else, even if I had nothing to gain from it, right? Well, 8.5 years later, here I am, cancer free. Hallelujah. But I got in this industry because my credit had taken a dump, mine and my wife's, as a result of me being sick. Of course, we wasn't worried about paying bills when I was trying to live, right? But it's deeper than that because I went back to work and there I was, the finance guy, judging people that come into the office, being able to charge them high interest rates for goods and services because they got some hiccups on their credit and I had hiccups myself, but I was ashamed of it. So my wife said, baby, let's do something about it, right? And we did. We took this industry, it came into this industry, it helped her and myself become what I call economically viable. So we set off on a mission to help more people just by introducing them to this platform and teaching them about financial literacy in the schools and the churches, right? It was our passion. But you know what? I wasn't getting anywhere in this business in the beginning, although I was barking loud, but I wasn't doing much because I hadn't learned the skill set or the mindset, right? But it can be done, right? It can be done, and it starts here with you showing up like you did tonight. That's 90% of it, ladies and gentlemen. Showing up and learning the skill set and learn to get yourselves out of the way, and this will all start making sense to you. And so, since then, so when you see my wife and I always on social media talking about helping people with credit, and along came Freedom Path, well, we have these wonderful suite of products where we can help so many people. It's our purpose. It's our ministry, right? And I didn't tell you that story as I share my screen. To go ahead and get ready to share my screen so we can jump right into it. I'm very respectful of your time. To inspire you, but to highlight something deeper, right? A shift in mindset. Until I had that shift in my mindset, this business really didn't make the sense to me as it should, right? If you guys can see my green screen with my wonderful face up there, put a 5 inside the chat. All right, because see, here's the truth. We're going to talk about mastering and closing and call to action tonight. But mastering those skill sets isn't just about technique, right? It starts up here about how you think, how you show up, and the energy you bring to the conversation. So let's jump right into it, right? Mastering closing and a call to action. We're going to go over what that means, right? Mastering closing calls and mastering closing and a call to action. What we're talking about this evening, ladies and gentlemen, are some things. If you've done a three-way call with your success line already in this business, put a 3 inside the chat, right? Because if you have, you're going to see some of these same techniques are being used by your success line to close deals. And it's all about getting people to the yes. Does that make sense? Because see, there's a certain science to what it is that we do, right? You say, well, why does closing matter, right? Because of the impact the closing has on your sales with your marketing, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, how you communicate with your prospect. I told you guys I'm a finance guy, so I'm a numbers guy. So I'm gonna start off with sharing some numbers with you, right? 80% of the sales, 80% of sales require at least 5 follow-ups. Yet 44% of the sales reps give up on just 1 follow-up. 50% of the prospects say no at least 4 times. So see, if you're in this thing and you're already going through the process and you're getting those no's, remember, it's all a part of the process, right? This is network marketing. It is, in its truest sense. You got to find people where they are, find out what's aching, and give them a subscription. And we got the and we got the prescription, right? Persistence and strong closing techniques are essential, and 127 more people close when a sense of urgency is created, right? That means you got to let people know, find out their pain points, let them know that we need to get started right now, right? You want to reach that goal, the best time to start on it is right now, right? Because there's a psychology in what we do. And I'm going to tell you the biggest fallacy that we all think, including myself, until I found out that I make all my buying decisions based on my rational thinking. No. But see, in reality, emotions play a major role in making that decision to make the buying decision, right? Right? Emotions influence purchasing behavior, right? And let me give you some examples on how they influence behavior, right? One is you have to initiate and bring forward to their brain and to what they're thinking about the fear of missing out. What does that mean, Rod? Scarcity and urgency, right? A customer sees a limited opportunity, right? You send them a video, you put them on the Zoom, and you say, what did you like best about the information you just experienced, right? Because listen, I got a limited space available, and I thought about you. Now that's going to trigger the emotion of scarcity and create urgency, triggering what's called a fear response. And it's designed to drive action, to make that person make their decision today, tonight, right now. Because if they don't, they're going to miss out. Nobody wants to miss out, right? Nobody wants to miss out. Your children don't want to miss out, right? People don't. They don't want to miss out, right? Number 2 is having excitement for novelty and anticipation, right? The 2 biggest that I can think of right off the bat are Nike and Apple. They are the kings of anticipation and novelty, right? The new Jordans will come up. People will camp outside of a store. I used to manage Foot Lockers. Camp outside of a store all night, waiting for the store to open up in the morning so that they can be the first one with the Jordans. How about when the new Apple phones are coming out, the new iPhone, right? They just upgraded 6 months ago. So now they're coming out with a new one. And everybody's waiting to be the first one to get it, right? I'm sure that you saw how this fintech market is about to revolutionize the financial market as we know it. What if you had the opportunity to partner with Apple 25 years ago or invest in Bitcoin 10 years ago? Don't miss this opportunity, right? You see where I'm going with this, right? You are using the fintech market and how it's about to revolutionize what we do to make that person go to action, right? You create that buying, that yes, I need to do this right now. I don't want to miss out. Now, there are always going to be some objections, right? I know you faced it already, or you look forward to, or you one of the people that object to everything. Either way. But listen, the 4-step formula for handling objections are you have to acknowledge and empathize. That means you show concern for whatever that they might say is not the right time. You got to empathize with it. You got to find out, because really, number 2 is you got to dig deeper. Ask more questions to find out what that real issue is. Right? If it's someone with trouble credit, especially in the professional realm, they pretty much don't want to tell you that they reached out to you in a post, but you're not the psychiatrist. They're not laying on the sofa just going to spit up everything to you, what's really going on. Even if they reached out to you for business funding, right? You got to ask some questions and find out what's really going on. Then you address those concerns with facts, social proof, and alternatives, right? And fourthly, you confirm and close. You reaffirm their needs, right? They'll look at a single mother. She's looking to be a homeowner in the next year, right? And she said she had trouble credit because of repossession, because of an apartment that went bad, whatever it is. You talk about our Freedom Wealth product and how we can address those needs. Then you talk about how wonderful it's going to be when she gets to the closing table and be able to have that home for her and her children, right? That's going to lead them to a decision, right? You address the issue. You have empathy for it, true empathy, right? True empathy, because I think I need to stop right here and let you know this. Everything that we do, every conversation that we have, our deal is to get people to the yes. But we're not getting them to the yes for us. We're getting them to the yes for them. That makes sense? That makes sense. Put a 2 inside the chat. You understand what I mean when I'm saying that? Our whole purpose, our mission is to help 1 million people. And the operative word right there is help. Right? So we got to really identify what it is to keeping them from saying yes, match it with the product that we have in our wonderful arsenal that's going to scratch what's itching, right? And then you can confidently ask for the business. That makes sense? I hope so. Now, here's some common reasons for hesitation. Price concerns. Man, that's too expensive. Number 2, I need more information. I need to think about it. Trust issues. I'm not sure if this will work for me. Authority issues. I need to check with my spouse. And then the timing one, right? Maybe later I might be ready for something like this. When you're talking to people, you can pretty much know, each and every objection you get for doing business right now are going to fall in one of these 5 circumstances, right? So we already know, right? Because we're master askers. We ask the questions. Now, I'm not going to go into this long answer right here. I typed it out because I wanted to express to you how we overcome things. But check this out. Someone asks you, say it's too expensive. Remember the empathy part? I understand price is important. But let's look at the value you're getting on our amazing Freedom Wealth platform. You're getting the score path, right? The credit monitoring tool, the SPRUIT process, credit attorneys, rent reporting, and an unmatched wealth plan tool, estate planning, financial planning, and the wonderful life path tool. You get identity theft, saving on purchases from stores and vendors that you most likely shop with already, and travel planning, right? Where you save great on travel, rental-car, hotels, and lastly, our incomparable, business path, where you can leverage business formation, business credit, and most importantly, business funding. Now, I went through all of that so that you can see the arsenal that we have. But if you've asked the questions before you get to this point, you'll be able to match one of these wonderful tools that we have that can fix what's aching them, right? Do you follow me? Right? We have all of the tools to help everybody, no matter what the spectrum. But you got to know your product. So when someone tells you what the issue is, you can match it with what's going on, right? And then you can follow easily and say, I'm sure that you see how this platform is designed to save you time and money in the long run. And then if they still say no, you know we got that payment plan in our arsenal, right? Would a payment plan make it easier? But see, it's all of this is designed to get that person to the real root of the problem. Have empathy with them, share with them how we can fix that problem, and then you can confidently close. How about the objection? I'm not ready yet. Well, you said that makes sense. What's holding you back? Let's make sure all of your concerns are addressed, right? See, that's empathy. Many of our customers felt the same way. But once they started, they saw credit increases and finally having a doable and workable budget. And they start paying down debt strategically, right? You see what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down? What you're doing now, you're addressing what the problem was, and you're telling them why they should go ahead and get started tonight, not tomorrow, but tonight. Now, we'll talk about 4 common closing techniques. These are great, right? Number 1, I love this one. It's called the assumption close, right? You act as if the prospect has already decided to move forward, right? An example of this would be, great. Are we getting started with our exclusive broker bundle today or our life-changing broker package? Welcome to the family, right? You go right into it. I'm about to send you the enrollment link right now. Welcome to the family. And most times, you'll be surprised how many people say yes, because people like being told what to do, right? Or if there's another objection, when you say welcome to the family, you're going to bring it to the surface. Then you can handle it and then close again, right? The urgency close, right? The scarcity close. You got to create a sense of urgency to encourage immediate action, right? An example of this was, oh man, we only have 3 spots left for this month. Do you want to go ahead and secure yours now? Don't you think that creates some urgency? What emotion you think that brings to the forefront? FOMO, fear of missing out, right? The third question, a soft close, right? Because remember, we all know we're not selling anything. We're sorting, right? But we have to push people sometimes to get them to make a decision on their own betterment, right? There's no tomorrow. Let's do it today, right? Now, you ask the question that leads to a positive commitment, right? An example, wouldn't it be great to start seeing results in a couple of months? See, that encourages engagement and gets the prospect to agree step by step. And I tell you this, the more times you can get that customer to say yes while you're going through the process, the easier it's going to be easier for them to say yes when you ask the obligatory question. Does that make sense? Number 4 is my favorite. It's the feel, felt, found close. Now, this is a concept, right? You empathize with their concerns, you provide reassurance, and show them how others benefited, right? An example of that is, I understand how you feel. Many of our customers felt the same way. But what they found was, once they got started, they saw immediate value. Now, you got to make it sound like you, but you got to understand the concept and the mindset that pushes this, right? Now, we're going to have a question and answer period, and I want to give you some summary and some key takeaways to what we just went over, right? Because this is essential. And believe me, if you've done a 3-way call with any of your success line, you've heard some of the same conversation, you've heard some of the same techniques, and they work. They work, ladies and gentlemen, right? Why closing matters? We talked about that. Closing impacts sales and communication by increasing conversions, and also it builds trust. Number two, strong calls to action drive high engagement and sales. People want to be told. They do. I'm sending you the link. Let's go ahead and get you going. Right? They want to be told what to do. Right? Because they're making the reason they didn't make a decision because most times they're confused. You just made it clear as to how we can help them. So they need to know it's time to take action right here, right now. And B, the psychology of closing. Guys, it's so true. Emotions drive buying decisions. Fear, trust, and urgency always influence action. I know people always think that they make buying decisions rationally, but it's not true. People justify decisions logically, but they buy emotionally, right? That makes sense? You buy on your emotions, the feelings, the endorphins, the vision that you see in your head of you having that goal completed. And guys, we have nothing to drop our head about. Nothing. We have a revolutionary product in our hands that's about to change the face of financial services as we know it. We just have to know what it is and be able to share it, right? Most common objections is because of price, trust, timing, authority, and need for more info. You got to use social proof and storytelling to build confidence, right? You want an example of that? I always use this one. What is it you said you did for a living? Right? Oh, I'm a social worker. Really? Oh, that means that you have a heart to serve. Let me tell you about one of my business partners. Her name is Dr. Michelle Kofer, right? She was a social worker for years with a master's degree, but she saw the benefit of this thing, right? She's also a tax professional, right? But she really loves helping people. That servant heart that you have can really catapult you into being a great success in this business. She is one of the top leaders of this company. Excuse me. She has brokerages all over the country, and she's really making a difference. She's making 6 and 7 figure earners by mentoring them through this platform and also helping people, helping businesses, helping people like yourself that think that their credit situation is keeping them from being the greatest. And you know what? She comes from a background just like you. If she can do it, then dear heart, you can do it. Just a story. There's no untruth in that story. That's a story. Information sells, story. Information tells, story sells. Right? So that's what I mean by social proof and storytelling, right? Acknowledge and empathize. Ask questions, provide solutions, confirm, and then close. Acknowledge, empathize with whatever that objection was, ask more questions. You got to get to the bottom of it, right? And a good rule for doing that is you ever echoed someone, right? They said, well, I can't get started tonight because I think I need to talk to my husband. Oh, you can't get started tonight because you got to talk to your husband? Now, all I did was say the same thing they said. But when you say it back to them, it resonates in the part of their brain so they can see exactly how they sound when they say that. And most times, they're going to try to justify or quantify what they just said. Oh, yeah, I got to talk to my husband because he has trouble credit too. And what they're going to do is tell you the real root of the problem. And then all you have to do is draw that problem out, draw that real issue out, empathize with it, give a solution to it, and then comfortably close. Closing techniques that work: the assumptive close, the urgency close, the question close, and my favorite, the feel, felt, found close. Guys, it's all about mindset, right? And you have a perfect tool, and it is an amazing, amazing company, an amazing, amazing suite of tools that we have to change the face of financial literacy as we know it. So we can confidently share this information with people, get it out in front of them, find out what the problem is, and close the deal. I know I saw some leaders on here tonight, and I want to just see if they have any comments, and then we're going to have a question and answer period. I think I saw Dr. Tangela Collins Myers on here. Do you mind saying something tonight, ma'am?
Hello, Manager Director Farrell. Y'all drop some fire signs in the chat, because I tell you what, he just really laid it out, which is, one of the things that I would say, if we had to figure out anything to master, it's what he just talked about. Overcoming those objections, because that's going to do two things. One, it's going to help you help your prospects make decisions, but it's going to also help you get confident that you're not afraid to hear no, because you already know that what I'm going to do is help you to understand why we can't delay. Because you reached out to me, you need what I have. I'm here to give it to you. And sometimes, as Director Farrell said, you got to help people overcome, their own limiting beliefs about why, and their own procrastination. So no's are not about you, but mastering this helps you just really get that out the way, to understand, number one, is them saying no in the beginning is not about me, but my job is to help you overcome that. And you just laid it out. I mean, every scenario you can think of. And I love what you just said, repeating back what they said so they can hear it. Look, I made note of that. Oh, so you got to talk to your wife about fixing your credit. Or you got to talk to your husband about fixing your credit. Oh, okay. You got to talk to them about y'all getting in a better financial position. I love that. So thank you so much for that. Great training tonight. I just appreciate you always and your servant leadership, and I look forward to seeing you this week.
Thank you, Dr. Tangela Collins Myers. I really appreciate that. Now, this lady, she's been around 3 decades helping people and changing lives, right? If you're on her team, please, whatever you do, don't take her time for granted. you, you listen to whatever she says. Matter of fact, when she talks to me, I write down what she said. Any other leaders on here would like to have a comment? I think I saw Dr. Michelle Kofer. Would you like to unmute and comment? Well, I did see Dr. Tina Houchins. Now, she's a boss. Dr. Houchins, would you like to unmute and comment?
Thank you so much, Rod. This was an amazing training. Everything that Dr. Tangela Collins Myers just said, I completely echo it. Like, this was amazing. I took my own notes, and yes, Dr. Tangela, I did what you did too. I wrote down, repeating what they said, because sometimes them hearing themselves say, "Oh, I got to ask my husband, can I get my credit fixed?" Like, you're in this situation, your husband credit ain't got nothing to do with your credit. So repeating that is yeah, I wrote that down too. But you dropped some nuggets in here, Mr. Farrell, and I so appreciate you. I thank you for your leadership and all that you do for us. But thank you for that, because this here was a great training. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much for being who you are and so much value that you bring to what we do. And again, if you're on her team, same thing. Don't take her time for granted, because she will change your life, right? It's all about mindset. Okay, do we have any questions? That's what we're here for now. You got leaders on the line, got men on the line, anything you're struggling with. You want to talk about the psychology behind what we just went over? This is the time. That's right, Dr. Tangela Collins Myers. Our road leads to Mobile, Alabama. We're so excited to have you. Yes, we're going to pack the place out and we're going to change some lives. Well, guys, I'm not gonna hold you. The night is far spent. I guess I did a good enough job.
Hey,
If you
Rod.
can think of something. Oh, Mr. Jeff Trills. Jeff, I didn't see you, brother.
That's
Absolutely.
true.
Unmute, brother. The stage is yours.
I was in phantom mode, just listening in, bro. Definitely love what you talked about tonight, bro. At the end of the day, it's all about us getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? And we get better the more we do. So, in that sense, you got to kind of be in a place where you are you feel you feel like you're doing a disservice by not helping this person get clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I feel bad that I'm not able to put you in a position for you to win, right? And so when you're in that mind space, it's like I'm really looking to help you. And when you come from a place of help, then you start to actually impact, right? And so everything you said was like I want you to understand that. Let me ask you that question again. Let me ask you. Let me say it back to you what you said to me. I want to get this right, right? I think that was a big takeaway. Was like, so you're telling me, right? I just want to be clear. You raised your hand first. Of all, you raised your hand and you said you wanted more. And then when we gave you more, we asked you what you like best about your story. Like, let me talk over my husband. And I'm like, did you see value in what you saw? Yeah, awesome. So you going back and seeing if your husband da 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 da, just it just kind of like I'm passionate about what I do, right? And so I'm sure you are too. So I love what you talked about with that. Also, I love something I want to kind of share a book that is in a direct alignment with this training. And if you guys get your pen and pad out, you can do the audiobook preferably, and it's a book called Exactly What to Say by Phil M. Jones. And so if you really want to get over objectives, and you want to understand how we do it masterfully, then that book is going to be the book that could potentially change how you close your deals. Because I'm telling you, Exactly What to Say by Phil M. Jones, this man is masterful at getting people's objective turned around to where they're like, well, yeah, I want to move forward, right? So this training is in alignment with that book, and I'm super excited that uh, Mr. Rod Farrell, you trained on that, right? The name of the book, Exactly What to Say by Phil, Phil, Emma Jones. You can get the book. I prefer you get the audio book because he's masterful in the tonality. They listen to this man speak is going to be invaluable to you guys. So this training, it was in a direct alignment with that book. And for those who pick that book up and really study that, you're going to be masterful. I remember I converted somebody from a whole nother company back in the day just by asking them a certain question. And they was actually looking at my company negatively, but I was able to use this man's strategy to convert that man over to my company, and I wasn't even trying to. I just literally poised the question in the way he asked it, and I'm forever changed. And I give you one tip that I took from that book that I use on a daily. And the tip is, when you send somebody information and then you go back in their inbox or they text you say, "Hey, did you watch that yet?" What they do, they ghost you. They might not even say nothing. They see it, but they ain't gonna say nothing. Cause why? They feel bad that they didn't see it. So when you ask them, "Did you see it?" They don't want to tell you that they didn't see it, so they just kind of ignore the message. But this is one thing I learned from Mr. Philip Jones. This is how you're supposed to ask that question, and I use it all the time. And the question, the same question would be, hey, Tina, you didn't get a chance to watch that video yet, did you? So I assumed that they didn't watch it already, because here's two things that happen when you say it like that. Hey, Tina, you didn't get a chance to watch that video yet, did you? They're gonna say, oh, you know what, I didn't, but I'm gonna go watch it tonight. Or they're gonna say, yeah, watch the video. Cause now they feel like you insulted them by saying, you didn't watch that video, did you? Right? So they, oh, I watched the video. Right? And I promise you, if you take that sentence on the follow-up and you ask, hey, Dr. G, you didn't get a chance to watch that video, did you? Hey, Michelle, you didn't get a chance to watch that video yet, did you? Hey, Tanisha, you didn't get a chance to watch that video yet, did you? And you're gonna watch the response. They're gonna see it and they're going to respond. So that's what I'm saying. This training was the perfect training, along with that book, to be a masterful closer and a masterful question asker, right? To get them to their ultimate goal, right? So that's what I want to share, brother. I thank you for this training, bro. You know what I'm saying? You one of them real ones. So I'm gonna give it back to you, champion.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jeff Trills, my brother. Guys, you see the value? Did you see how much value that he put in that 2 minutes? Listen, that's why this company is so great, guys. That's why this works. That's why we are who we are. He didn't. He could have kept that to himself, but no. He just put us on game, right? Right? So, Mr. Jeff Trills, hats off to you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being the true leader that you are. Well, guys, if there are no further questions, no further comments, we're going to close. We're going to close. But just remember when I said in the outset, this business didn't make much sense to me until I got myself out of the way and started letting my success line talk to the people for me. I edified them and got myself out of the way. Let's do that. Let's practice that for the rest of this month, right? And listen to your success line as they use these tools. And you write different stuff down so that you can start using it too, right? And this business is going to start making sense to you. I thank you for letting me share. I hope I gave you some value. God bless you. And everyone have a wonderful evening. Hey, listen, if you're in the Mobile and surrounding areas, this Thursday, we need to see you in the place, 358 St. Louis Street, Mobile, Alabama, right? We got Dr. Michelle Kofer coming. We got Dr. Tangela Collins Myers coming. It's going to be an amazing evening. And then we're going over to Baton Rouge for our Louisiana takeover. If you're in the Louisiana area, same thing. Let's go. Let's grow. Guys, we got a mission. It's on us to make it happen. God bless you. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.